Hi, it's Natalie, and today I wanted to do this really cute video I saw going around. It's basically just your fantasy Sephora cart. If you had $1,000 to spend at Sephora, what would you purchase? These are kind of items that are like things I don't see in my near future, or things I've wanted for a really long time. Kind of new things that I'm interested about, but I'm not totally decided on yet if I want to try them. So I have my laptop and let's shop. So I thought first we could go through eyes because that's just one of my favorite things. I love to buy eyeshadow and like single eyeshadows. I have a little bit of an issue with my eyeshadow palette buying situation. The first one and the next one are both Natasha Denona palettes. I have a lot of mini Natasha Denona palettes. I also have the Sunrise palette, which is one of her medium-sized ones, and I really love her formula. I really want to try out more from her, and the Biba palette is one that I just hear so much about. It's just a perfect neutral palette. It has cool tones, warm tones, and like true neutral tones. There's a lot of product in it. These Natasha Denona full-size palettes are huge. They're $129. But they are massive, and I really see myself getting a lot of use out of this one in particular. I'm just interested in having one of those big neutral palettes. The next palette is the gold palette, and personally I would probably pick this up before the Biba palette only because I've wanted this one for so long. I looked at this palette like time and time again. Whenever I go into the store, I always look at this palette. It's again $129. The only thing that stopped me from getting it, besides the price, is that the mattes are all pretty mustard toned, and I don't wear mustard tones too often. It's not like a tone I really gravitate towards a lot, but the finishes in this palette and like the textures of the metallics are just so unique, and I really just, I don't know, I'm obsessed with this look, this color story, this whole thing. And I don't know, I see this one maybe it could be in my collection this year, maybe, but not very soon at least. The next palette is one that I was thinking about a lot, but decided that I wasn't gonna get it until, I don't know, never, maybe. This is a Pat McGrath Mothership Divine Rose, Mothership 7. I have the Mothership 5 Bronze Seduction, which is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes of all time. I love the Pat McGrath formula, especially her like special glittery shades. These are $125, which they're basically in line with the Natasha Denona full-size ones, but the color story of this one is just so pretty. It's really basic. There's a gold in there, there's some browns and a couple of mauves, which are really what draw me in, those mauve shades, and also the obviously special topper shades are really pretty. But yeah, this palette, I have way too much overlap in my personal collection behind me in the drawers to make it feel worth it to me, spending that kind of money on a palette like this. This next one is a Tom Ford Eye Color Quad, and this is actually a new one. It's in the shade Meteoric, and it has this like kind of deep mauve tone and this like sparkly blue kind of purple thing. I don't know, it's really pretty, and I like the tones together. I do have a Tom Ford Quad that I love. I think it's a Soleil Lune, and I really like it. And this one is a different formula from that one because that one's the wet dry formula, but this one is, there's a matte, there's like a metallic, like a pressed metallic, and then there's two glittery topper shades. And this color story is just so pretty. $88 for 4 shades is kind of ridiculous. I really like this color story though, and this is kind of a similar situation to the Pat McGrath Divine Rose, where it's like something very fun and pretty, but it would be something that I would get for fun. This is something that's new and intrigues me. This is the Hourglass Unlocked Instant Extensions Lengthening Mascara. And they had the Caution Mascara a little while ago come out, and I never tried that. I mainly just use drugstore mascara, the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, because mascara, you run out of it so quickly. And you have to purchase it several times a year. And it dries out, and there's just so many things. So this Hourglass one actually intrigues me because it's a tubing mascara, which they don't actually say, but when you go to the how to use and the like how to remove it is in there, it says gently to remove, splash warm water onto eyes, gently use fingers to slide mascara tubes from the lashes. And I've never tried a tubing mascara, only because I hear bad things about them. The only one I hear good things about is the Thrive Cosmetics one, but that one doesn't really do too much to the lashes. My lashes naturally are not very long, and I don't have a bunch of them, so I'm very reliant on mascara to like do good things for my lashes. But the number one thing I hate about wearing makeup is removing mascara. It is such a pain in the ass. I have to like get in there with like oil and stuff because I don't want to rub my eyes, and I feel like a tubing mascara would just simplify that so much. And that's why I'm really intrigued in this one, because a lot of people say that it looks nice, which is most important, and then it also has that tubing effect. And so I feel like $30 for a mascara in this case could possibly be worth it to not have that hassle of the removal. Maybe. Next, a blush. This is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush. It comes in two colors, pink and coral. I am most interested in the coral shade only because I love coral blush. When's the time when you don't see me wearing coral blush? I'm wearing it right now. This blush is really interesting because it changes color when it touches your skin. It kind of like warms up with your skin tone, which is interesting. And it's $37. And these blushes, I've seen them in person, they're very small. They're like smaller than NARS blushes, which are very small. But there's something about this whole like warms up with your skin tone, your skin's moisture level. Like, I don't know, there's some kind of science happening with this blush, and it might be bullshit, I don't know. But it just intrigues me. It's one of those things that I'm like, ooh, because I love a coral blush. And I love the Dior highlighter, which I'm wearing right now, the Dior Backstage highlighter. And if it's that kind of like creamy, yet it's a powder formula, like that's very intriguing to me. Next is something that I've constantly been like, ooh, this is so pretty, and be like, let's take a step back. The Tom Ford Skin Illuminating Powder Duo. It's $88, and it's kind of like a highlight duo. There's two highlights. There's three shades. 01 Mood Light, not Moonlight, Mood Light, and that's the one that I'm interested in. It's the lightest one, it seems. Then there's Flicker, which seems to be for like deep skin, and Incandescent, which is more so like light to medium skin. But these look really pretty. I saw them somehow on Temptalia's blog. I don't know how I was looking at these, but I was, and I was like, wow, it looks so pretty. Not that I need more highlighters in my life, but I've spoken before about how much I love highlighter. And these have that kind of like baked gelée formula. They just look that way, like the way they're pressed looks like that, and they're just very pretty. And I feel like that first shade on top would be like such a gorgeous tone. It's a little bit kind of like a vanilla peach tone, and then the one below is like a pink, which would be a really pretty blush topper, which is something I love to do. But $88 for like basically the product of a single highlighter is ridiculous. It is very pretty though. Next is something super new, so new that I haven't even seen any reviews or anything on it. It's the Pat McGrath Labs Astral Lip Fetish Balm, and she had these before this range where it was kind of like the same size as a lipstick, but it was a balm, and she had the like astral shades with the sheer color shades, but she's repackaged them into kind of slimmer tubes, it says, and the astral ones are in a different range now, and they have like a sparkly pink packaging. Of course, the packaging is the first thing that calls to me. I love the Pat McGrath packaging. This shade Rose Quartz Astral looks so gorgeous. It's kind of like a mauve plum berry with like different colored shimmers throughout it. It's like my favorite thing to just like put on my lips to feel special. I remember when Pat McGrath first released these balms, they had poor reviews because the lighter astral shades, the gold astral, the nude astral, they weren't very colorful. They didn't show up super well. But this one looks pretty deep, and so hopefully that color will show up. There's also this one bronze astral. Maybe that was already there before, I don't know, but that's more of like the warm version of this. But I don't really wear lots of like warm bronze tones on the lips very often, so this kind of like mauve tone is really what calls to me, and that's $36. Next, from Gucci, and I haven't tried anything from Gucci Beauty, but I am obsessed with it. Ever since they launched their new Gucci Beauty line, I've just been thinking about it so much because it's really gorgeous. The only thing is I haven't seen like too many swatches online, and supposedly there is a scent. I'll have to look into that more. It was something that I really wanted to touch in person, but these days can't really do that anymore. The packaging once again really called me in on these. They're the Rouge à Lèvres Voile Sheer Lipstick. My French has escaped me, but these are $42. All of the different kinds of lipsticks in the Gucci range are $42. I'm interested in the sheer formula, the shade 203 Mildred Rosewood, which just looks like the most amazing like rosewood tone ever. There's just something about these. They just look so cute, and I love the case with the gold and the flowers. And then there's also the Lip Balm à Lèvres lip balm formula, I guess, and this one only comes in four shades, one being clear. But the shade 4 Penelope Plum is like my favorite kind of thing. A sheer plum tone is my favorite. And the blue case, if you know what these look like with the case, it shouldn't be any surprise that I love this color because my room is this color. But oh my god, the color of the case is like everything, and that plum color is just such a favorite. I don't know, it's just so good. I love those shades on my skin tone. And so once again, $42. Pretty expensive for a lipstick or a lip balm. So that's why I've held off, but they're really calling me. Now, I don't think there's any more makeup. No. So these are other things. The next category is fragrance. And Gucci, once again, this is the Gucci Bloom Acqua di Fiori Eau de Toilette. This was a gift set, and it comes in like a big, pretty Gucci box, and it has the Gucci Bloom Acqua di Fiori and then a roller ball, which is really nice for keeping in your purse or whatever. I love to have minis in my purse and whatnot. But I love the way this smells. I have a sample size of it, and I just love the way this smells. It's like so fresh and green, and I typically wear very floral perfumes, and this is just the perfect kind of thing to pair with that. Love to mix perfumes and like wear both at the same time. It's just really fresh, really green. The keynotes are green galbanum, jasmine, clove buds, and sandalwood. It's just very beautiful. I smell it in stores a million times. I've sprayed it on myself a million times. I love the way this perfume smells. One thing is that it is pretty expensive, and it it's not very strong, so it's the kind of thing that you can just spray several times throughout the day. And not that I go through perfume, but I can see myself going through this one because it is very soft in fragrance. This is another fragrance. I've actually never smelled this fragrance, and I have a thing, and I think anyone who's like a wise shopper agrees with me on this, but you should not purchase a fragrance without smelling it first in person, or at least spraying it on yourself as well, because fragrance changes throughout the day based on your body chemistry and whatnot. This is the Atelier Cologne Love Osmanthus, and I've wanted an Atelier Cologne perfume for so long. This is one of their newer ones, I think, and it's Osmanthus, Cedarwood, and Lemon. And Osmanthus has kind of like a peach kind of a thing. I don't know, I've never really smelled it before, I don't think, but based on what people say, it has like a lot of different citrus scents to it as well, and that's what really interests me, because most citrus perfumes are just like one citrus, but I don't know. And the way that Atelier Cologne describes their fragrances, discover the osmanthus flower. It's like, I don't know, they describe their perfumes in such a nice way. And I don't know, it's just a scent that really intrigues me. And the 1 ounce is $80, so these are pretty expensive. There are minis, so I think if I were to think about this perfume more in the future, I would definitely get the mini spray, and then see if that works out and get the full size, especially since we can't go in stores to smell things. And now, finally, the last thing on the list. This is actually something that I've tried before, and I'm trying it out right now, and I really like it. It's the Tatcha the Dewy Skin Cream. This is a $68 cream for only 1.7 ounces, which is ridiculous, and I really do not see myself purchasing the full size of this. The moisturizer I use the most often is the Belief one, and that's even kind of expensive for something I have to like repurchase so often because I moisturize every day. This is just too expensive to be something that I would go through and like have to repurchase more than once within a year. And I don't know, I just love it though. It has such a smooth feeling. I have very dry skin, like so dry that it's like flaky, and I can like feel it on my face. And this just at night is like the perfect night cream for me, because it just kind of like smooths my face, especially after taking off makeup. It just feels very nice. It's very calming. I like the ingredients in it, and I don't know, it's just a moisturizer that I like. And Tatcha is very expensive. But yeah, it's nice. $1,000 later. That's my little dream basket right now. Things that are either far in the future or never happening at all. So yeah, that was fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to click the like button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe when you want to be notified when I make new videos. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.